Hello, everyone. Wonderful to be back here after a month. I've had some weird, glitchy stuff going on with doing my Instagram and Facebook Live, so hopefully this will come out okay. Wonderful to be here with you. I felt like it had been a long time since I had shared an Inner Goddess Team video, and it turns out that it has because I didn't do it 2 weeks ago when I was scheduled to. Because we were in the middle of our launching our last Fourth You Artivist benefit production, The Good Body. So I got a little distracted. So I'm back with a really fascinating goddess. And if you've watched me before, I won't go in. I used to go into a whole long thing about why I do this and why I believe so passionately that the qualities of the divine feminine have to be embraced and re-embodied nowadays for our world to survive. Compassion and collaboration and empathy and all the qualities, the positive feminine qualities, and how that's balanced with positive masculine qualities too. Any of all of that I describe in a separate video. If you go to my YouTube channel, I provided this works out okay today, I upload all these Inner Goddess Team videos to my YouTube channel. And there's a little place there, I think it's a little eye on the screen that you can learn more about why I'm passionate about the divine feminine. So Zorya, she goes by many names, is one that I hadn't heard of, and she's actually pretty amazing. She's not exactly a triple goddess, but she has three aspects that kind of connect her with triple goddesses from around the world, like the Bridget and the triple goddesses in the Celtic tradition, and Morrigan, and the Hittites and the Greeks have their fates, and she is the goddess of the dawn and springtime. And it's interesting, she was billed that way, but almost everything that I found about her focuses more on dawn and dusk, on her relationship with her father, the sun. So I'm going to massacre some of these names, I'm sure. So in Slavic mythology, she is the goddess of the dawn and the daughter of the sun god Dazbog, and she's represented in three different personifications. One is Zorya Utranyaya, which is her being the goddess of the dawn and the morning star, and then Zorya Vechernyaya, which is, that's when she's the goddess of the evening star at dusk. And then one that's not often or not always included in her three aspects, and I resonated with this one particularly, is she's an unnamed Zorya, and she's just called Midnight. And the way that they all work together is that they live within the palace of the sun that her father, their father, lives in, and in the morning, the morning, the dawn version of Zorya opens the gates to the sun palace, and then at the end of the day, the goddess of the dusk comes in and opens the gates again so that he can come back in, and then the midnight goddess holds him in her arms as he sleeps or dies, depending on what version you're looking at. And then in the morning he rises up again. So with all of those different aspects, she can be called on for death and rebirth. If you have things that you want to let go of and be born anew, or to start a new project. She's also, interestingly, she was also married to the thunder god, like Thor, only in the Slavic tradition he was known as, where's his name? Starts with a P. Pasun, something like Perun. And in that aspect, she would ride into battle with him with with warrior gear and with a veil, a veil that she would carry into battle, and she would use the veil to protect her favorite warriors. So she can be a goddess of protection. So in all these aspects, we find different ways that we can call on her. I mean, even if it's just if you're one of those people that likes to rise with the sun, call on her at sunrise and likewise at dusk to protect you during sleep. She's also, especially in her midnight aspect, she can be the protectress of dreams and insomnia, and help you to sleep, just the way that she holds the sun god in her arms at night. So lots of different, oh, let me show you. I found a couple, the first one that I found, a couple different images of her. So this is clearly with her in her dawn mode. Let's see if how well you can see it. And then, but this one I loved, and she's always shown with these colors of yellow and gold and red and rose colored, like dawn and dusk can be. But this one I love because it actually shows her three aspects, and then it shows her father, the sun god, up top. And she's often depicted, kind of surrounding his throne. So let's see. She's connected with the auroras. I won't give you all of her names, although I can pronounce most of those. Oh, this was a story that I thought was so interesting. She's also, let me find this, she's also tasked with, darn, I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh, so here it is. The 2 or 3 sisters, depending on whether you accept the midnight, the third aspect of her, guard a different deity from the sun god, who's sometimes unnamed and referred to as a hound or a bear, and sometimes he's called the winged lion deity Simarg. Whoever he is, the deity is chained to Polaris in the constellation Urus Minor, and it wishes to eat the constellation. And if that happens, then the world will end. If this bear, hound, lion, whatever it is allowed to break its chain and eat Polaris, then the world will end. And so it's also the sister's responsibility to keep this being, this lion, hound, bear, under control, so that the world will continue. So however you embrace her, she, with her 3 aspects, which are very often in feminist women's spirituality, they are maiden, mother, crone. They could represent past, present, future. She's one to call on, as I've said, for a number of different times of day, just to celebrate the sun going up or coming down. Springtime, I'm not quite sure why she's referred in a couple places, because there wasn't much that I read that connected her specifically with the time of year, but it may just be that that's the time of rebirth, which, that's when things come alive, and because of the sun, and the sun, makes everything bloom. So at any rate, though, I think to call on her for any of the qualities of any of those 3 aspects can be a really metaphorical, lovely symbolic way to just embody those qualities of hers within ourselves. So I thought, you if you watch me at all, that I love sharing chants, and the one that I thought that I don't know that I've ever sung in the 3 years or so that I've been doing these. Oh my gosh, 3.5 years. Started this during the pandemic. That is often done for the around the solstices, particularly the winter solstice, to welcome the sun back. But I thought it felt particularly apropos since Zorya is so connected to the sun, and the sun is rebirthed in that myth, in her story every morning. And it goes, "Come, oh come to the newborn sun, ah, we are one with the radiant sun, ah, come, oh come to the newborn sun, Ah, we are one with the radiant sun. Ah. So depending on where you are in the world, whether it's you're coming towards evening, whenever you're watching this now or at some other time, you can always go to my YouTube channel and watch it whenever you want. Subscribe there, comment there. I'd love to spread the word. Almost 1,000 subscribers there, so that's exciting. Wherever you are, use the dusk and the dawn as a way to just bring in your inner goddess, bring out your inner goddess, and shine your inner goddess out in the world. Thanks so much for joining me, and let me know how, if and how you connect with this fascinating goddess. Thanks so much. Bye for now.